Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren. It's kind of weird to be making a video for you guys when I don't know like almost any of you. So I'm a yoga instructor and I've been instructing for 10 years. And just recently, because of the pandemic and because I moved here, have been teaching online. And it's weird enough teaching online to people I already know. But yeah, here we go. I think it's always good to take yourself out of the box, do things that make you uncomfortable. Because otherwise, what the hell are you doing with your life? So I organized the meditation group kind of on a whim. I didn't expect to do it. I reached out on the military spouse group to see if anybody was interested in meditating, and I thought I'd get like maybe 2 people, and I got a lot more, so yay, I'm excited. And I had no plan after that. So I was like, okay, I'll just make a Facebook group so that we can like get organized, and so we've had 2 meetings so far. And they've been good. They've been good. I'm excited to do more. And also, if anybody else wants to, teach or share, yeah, let's do it. Let's build a community. I want people to be able to ask questions and share, what they do as well. So this video is about one of the meditations. I taught this meditation at both the first and the second meeting. At each meeting we did, I think, 3 different meditations, kind of broke it up, because there's so many different ways to meditate. So many different ways. And I have so much to say about this right now. I don't even know where to start. But I think it's important to know that there's yoga and then there's meditation, and they're almost one and the same, but they're different. So yoga is like this umbrella term of uniting with the rain. I'm getting rained on. Hold on. I have to put my sandwich bag on my audio equipment. I just taught a senior yoga class out here. I'm doing an online chair yoga class, and it started raining on me in the middle of it. So anyway, so there's yoga, it's an umbrella, and there's 8 limbs within yoga, and meditation is one. And even before meditation is concentration. So the limb before meditation is concentration, and that's really what we'll be doing in our meetings, is concentrating. So I always explain meditation to be like a running faucet. There's just a constant stream of like supreme consciousness, or you kind of lose yourself. Maybe you're meditating for like 30 minutes and it felt like 30 seconds. That's how you know, like, oh, I was in that zone. But a lot of us are like a drippy faucet, me as well. We have a drip of silence. So every drip of water that comes down is silence, and everything else in between is our thoughts going everywhere. So meditation is one limb of yoga, and it's a skill that we learn. It's training our body or training our mind to focus. And you can have all kinds of different focuses. Like I could sit here and close my eyes and try to focus on the rain hitting my skin. I could focus on my breath moving into my body, deep into the lungs, and then moving out. I could focus on a mantra. Maybe I want to do something in Sanskrit, the ancient language of India. Or maybe I want to do something in English or whatever language you speak, which is, we'll kind of do a mantra meditation today. There's other meditations where you can walk and meditate. Some can even argue that like painting or drawing, if you really get in the zone and you lose track of time, that's meditation. Anything can be meditation, but you want that intention to be of focus. And it's not about having no thoughts. It's more so about what thoughts come up and where are they leading me? Where am I jumping on this? Where is this train taking me of thought? Does a thought pop into my mind about making pasta for lunch, and then all of a sudden I'm talking about how I'm a shitty cook in my head? Like, how did we get there? So it's about noticing what's happening in the mind, and then how can we change it? Yeah, a lot to say about that. So let's go over the questions. Shruti talked about beginning meditation. How do I get started? I would get started with just something really short, 4 or 5 minutes, but daily. Try your best to do it daily, because that's where you really start to notice the benefits. And 5 minutes, like, just shave off 5 minutes from your social media time and you're golden. Like, you already have that time. Nobody's suffering for 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, play with different meditations that work for you. Anything that comes up on this group, or go search out for it, share it on the group. There's just so many different things, so many different ways to meditate, and not everyone is for everyone. Shruti might be into like a mala bead meditation, where you have this string of beads, and for every bead that crosses through your hand, you say like a mantra. Or Jerry might be into more of a movement meditation, or Sarah might just be like, I just need to sit down and feel the wind on my skin. Everybody's going to be different, just like your learning styles. Our learning styles are different. So that's what I would have to say about that, is start slow or short, but try to do it daily if possible. If that feels overwhelming, then just go with like 3 times a week and then work up to it. But just don't get upset when it doesn't feel like you think it should feel like. So if you think that you should sit there and your mind should just be peace and serenity and rainbows and butterflies and happiness, no. You're going to be disappointed, because that's not what our minds do. Sometimes, you'll feel that drip of water and you'll feel that stillness. And the more you work up to it, the more you practice this skill, hopefully the more silence you'll have. And you can take that off of your meditation cushion into the world. Like, for instance, I do these videos, and I could think to myself, oh, I hate my voice, I did that pose wrong, and beat myself up about it. Or I can do what I do in meditation and see that thought and then let it go, because that doesn't serve me. So you can take it into your life, and you can start to use it in your life for anxiety, for depression, for negative self-talk. All right, I'm going a little longer than I wanted to. So let's talk about Courtney's question, moving with or meditating with yoga. I'm going to give you a couple of poses. And I would say, when it comes to trying to meditate while you're doing yoga poses, it's tricky, because if you're a beginner, or if you're advanced and you're learning a new set of poses, you have to think about it. Like, you just have to think about it. You're learning what you're doing. Where am I placing this? Does this look, or does this feel right? It doesn't always have to look right, by the way. But if you can get like a couple of poses where you can kind of lose your thought process and let the breath lead the movement, then you can start to, increase your practice and let that meditation be longer in your movement. I hope that makes sense. So just like beginner meditation, start slow. Grab a couple poses that feel good to you, where you can link your breath to them, and you can kind of forget about everything else. So this is one I'm going to share. It's sunflower, moonflower. You're going to take your legs out wide. They don't have to be as wide as the wrists, but they could be. You're going to inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms are forward. You're bending into your knees, you're bending into your elbows. And so this is sunflower. Some people also call it goddess. And then inhale, lift up, straighten. Exhale, this time hinge at the hips and sweep the ground. Bend the knees, let the head sink down, and then inhale, rise. So that's just 3 poses. It's 1, 2, 3, and then we always meet here at center. So let's try that. Inhale, exhale, sunflower. Inhale, our starting pose. Exhale, sweep the ground. Here's moonflower. Good, and then back to our starting pose. So let's do 3 rounds like that. I'm not going to talk, and you don't need to follow me. You do it on your own. Don't feel like you have to go the speed that I'm going. You have to do the exact movement I'm doing. Just do something that feels good. And see if when those thoughts come in about something other than this moment, can you just say, just go away for now. Just like a cloud moving across the sky. It's just moving, you see it, and it's gone. Or you're going down the street and you say hello to somebody and then they're gone. Let that be your thought. Easier said than done. All right, here we go. 3 times. The slower you can make it, the more flowy, the deeper the breath, the more meditative, the more relaxing. Good, and then bring the hands to center, close the eyes, and just notice how you feel, the breath, the body. Good, and open the eyes. All right. The more you do that, like the longer you try to do that, the easier it will be to kind of lose your mind. Lose your chit chatter. All right, so let me know if you have any questions about that. It's not like you're going to do it 3 times and, I'm in a movement meditation. You really have to, lose yourself in it, work into it. And then I'll finish off with one of the meditations we did in both of our sessions. It's an affirmation, and it's also a let go. So find a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. It could be in a chair, it could be crisscross applesauce. If you really want, you could lay on the back, just don't fall asleep. Meditation is focus, not sleeping. So get comfy and make sure your spine is tall. Make sure your chest is open, your shoulders are relaxed, wherever you are. So the meditation is with the breath. And on the inhale, you think to yourself something positive, and on the exhale, you release something negative. So I've really been trying to teach like strength and finding inner power and resiliency this year, and I think that's a great thing to take into 2021. Feeling resilient, feeling strong, feeling like I can do this. Yeah, this year's been weird and crazy, and we could go into that, but how can I feel centered within myself and feel like I can conquer this next year with resiliency? So I want you to think of a word that's positive that you want to build up in yourself to help you feel more centered, more powerful, and more resilient, strong. So that could be, I am strong. I am confident. I hear these people behind me. I love myself, something that builds you up. And then when you exhale, say to yourself something that you need to release. So I release sadness. I release anxiety. I release yada yada. So it's, I have to move the camera. I can't focus. So you're breathing in, you're feeling that positivity, and then you're breathing out what no longer serves you. But the trick here is to not get too wrapped up in it. So if you're breathing out and you're releasing sadness and you're feeling how sad you are, well, that's defeating the purpose. I want you to feel like you're releasing it. What does it feel like to let that go? Okay? So, I get my new setup here. I'm just going to talk you through just a little bit of it, and then you choose how long you want to go. So set up a timer, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, maybe even 2 minutes, just to try it out. Find your tall spine. And close your eyes. Good. Let your body be relaxed. Let your breath be deep and easy. Feel your spine nice and tall. And think of your 2 words. I am blank, something positive. I release blank, something that no longer serves you. And then start to link it with the breath. As you inhale, think in your mind, I am, and feel it. Can you feel it? What does it feel like to be that positive attribute? And as you exhale, what does it feel like to release whatever you're releasing? And whatever a thought comes into your mind about what you're going to eat for lunch, or negative self-talk, or a noise in the distance, whatever it is, breathe and come back to our affirmation. Come back to the breath. Feel it in the body. And just keep going. The mind will wander. Just rein it back. Just pull it back. Breathing in. I am. Breathing out. I release. Good. And keep going with that meditation for as long as you set your timer. Good. Namaste.